You are live now.
It's okay.
Let's see.
I'm looking. Okay.
You have to sit with your side.
Hey everyone. This is our first live, so we're just trying to get situated. Hubby's trying to sort baby girl out, and then we will start. So just give us a few minutes. Okay? Yes. Hey guys, welcome to Coffee and Tea with Life with the Akos. Yes. So welcome. If you're here, say hi, say hello so that I can see that you're here. Get me my other phone.
They say don't go to YouTube. Yes, that's okay. No one is there.
Okay, but it's gonna record. Mistake. Get me, yes, don't just give me my. Hi everyone, welcome to our first live. welcome. I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to come in, or for people to come in rather. Okay. Oh yes, we are live. Okay. All right. Yes. So again, welcome to Life with the Oppose. And today we will be talking about long distance relationship and surviving long distance relationships. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today, especially during the holidays, which we know it can be a struggle. It can definitely be something, that's a bit hard to do. The holidays are times when people, you want to be with your friends, your loved ones, and so holidays can be hard for people who are not in the same geographic location. Whether it's because of the fact that you're working in a different country, you're probably in the military, or situations just does not allow you to be in the same geographical space. And so for that reason, you're long distance. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves and why we think that we can talk about this topic. And it's because we have had some experience with long distance relationships. So yeah. So we're still waiting on people to come in. If you're here, let us know you're here. Leave a comment below. Say hi, say hello, so that we'll know that you are here. Let us know that you're here. I can see that there are 3 people here. So say hi. Let us know that you're here. Don't be shy. As I said, this is our first live. This is our first live. I'm still trying to figure things out a bit. So just bear with us. Okay. All right. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna wait for some more people to come into the live, and my husband is gonna join me. I should have said something earlier. He's gonna join me, or I think I did say something earlier, but he's gonna join me shortly. He's just sorting a baby girl, and so yeah. So we're here, and we're gonna get ready to talk a little bit about long distance relationships. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. So we're probably going to start on topic in about 5 minutes. Yeah, so I'm just going to be sitting here and just about 5 minutes, and then we're going to start on topic. Hello, hello. Hi, welcome, Kill Lord. Welcome, Kill Lord. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I see. Just a reach. Okay. Yes, Kill Lord. Thank you for coming, guys. Um, please don't forget to share if you can. Share the live. We're gonna start the discussion in about 5 minutes, but come on in, come on in. Share the live and don't forget to thumbs up, okay? Okay, guys, jump in, jump in, jump in. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Don't forget to thumbs up when you're coming in. Don't forget to thumbs up. And if you can, share the live. If you can, share out the live. Hi guys, welcome to Life with the Echoes. Welcome to our first live. Welcome. If you're here, say hello so that we know you're here. Tell us where you're watching us from. Leave a comment below. Let us know where you're watching us from. Okay, guys, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Hey everyone. Hey guys. So I'm back. Hubby's gonna join me soon. But in the meantime, I'm here. I can see that we have 3 people on the live. Um, so let us know where you're watching us from. If you're not too shy, let us know where you're watching us from. We're gonna start the topic pretty soon. Just waiting for hubby to join me. Welcome to Life with the Echoes. Welcome to Coffee and Tea with the Echoes. This is our first live stream, and we're hoping to do more. We're hoping that we will be able to go live at least once a week. Our main target is to try to go live twice a week, but for now, once a week is probably what we're going to start off with. If you guys have any topics that you'd like us to discuss, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Or on our Instagram. You guys can follow us on Instagram at Life with the Echoes on Instagram, and you can always send a message in our private message, DM us, or you can definitely also email us at lifewiththeechoes@gmail.com. So you can look in the description of any of our videos, and you will see our contact information. So you guys can shoot us some topics, tell us topics that you'd like us to discuss on the live stream, and we'll do that. So today, our main topic, or the topic that we plan to discuss, is all about surviving long distance relationship, especially during the holidays. And we believe that we do have some authority to speak on the topic because we have experienced what it's like to be long distance during the holidays or to be long distance in general. So if you are in a long distance relationship, let us know in the comments below. If you've had experience with long distance relationship, let us know in the comments below. And as the time goes on, if you have any tips for surviving long distance relationship during the holidays, let us know in the comments below. Okay? Let us know where you guys are watching from. Say hi, say hello. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Say hi, say hello. Let's know who's here. Let's know who's looking. Let's know who's looking, who's here. I know that we had, yeah, we did have some people say hi or put hearts below before, but let us know. Hubby's gonna be here soon, hopefully sooner than later, like in a few minutes. I hope that he'll be here and then we can really get started. We can really get started on the topic. Now, just chit-chatting a little bit. Some of the reasons why we were kind of late today, because of course it's very hard doing live with a baby. We have our baby girl, and you know, kids, babies, they're on their own schedule. So even though you have your schedule planned, you kind of have to hope and pray that they work with your schedule. So she's just taking her nap. We were hoping that she would take her nap a little bit earlier, in terms of before we go live and so on. But so hubby had to kind of deal with that. Hopefully you guys are not hearing too much of the background noise, because hubby's making quite a lot of noise in the back there. I'm hoping that it's not coming off into the camera. Yeah. So with a baby, you kind of have to wing it. You're planning and hoping that she's going to take a nap at a certain time, and of course she doesn't. So hubby had to help me get her to sleep. And so that's why we're kind of running behind time. So please forgive us for our late start. I mean, while I was here at 2 o'clock, you know, we're both not sitting here and getting ready to speak as we would have liked to. But again, this is our first live. So as time progresses, we're hoping that it will get better. All right. Why is the comment section so quiet? I'm seeing that we have 4 people here, which is good, but I'm not seeing anything in the comments. I'm not seeing anybody saying hi. Nobody's saying where they're looking at us from, where they're watching from. Let us know where you guys are watching us from. Yeah, and then we can get started. Okay, this is not the special cup I wanted though. I guess today we're repping countries. because clearly we had a different plan, but it seems like today we're repping countries.
All right. Happy's here now.
Yes, guys. So, yeah, so we're
How's
both
it
here
going?
now. Well, we're now getting started.
Okay.
So, guys, officially again, welcome to Life with the
Welcome.
Akos Coffee and Tea. This is our little live stream session. Hubby's now here, so we can get started. Um, and I was kind of waiting for the coffee and tea. Today it's just coffee. There's no tea today. So we
Did
have
you want
our
to have tea?
no.
Okay.
We're good with the coffee today. So we have our coffee, and today it seems like if we're repping cups from different countries. That was not the plan, but it seems like that hubby forgot what the plan was. So
this is a greater plan because we actually plan to do that another day. A special.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, I remember now. Okay, good. All right. So here we have our coffee, and I'm repping with the cup from St. Lucia.
And then I have Barbados. Barbados is in the house.
Yeah, and I think this is actually a good reason. This is actually a good thing that he chose to use these.
Barbados in the house.
Yeah, I think it's a good reason why he chose to use these cups because we're talking about long distance relationships today. And these two cups actually represent two of the places that we were able to visit together, even through our long distance relationships. Actually, this kind of makes sense. Yeah.
These are the places where we spend more time outside of Chicago.
Like, outside of the US. Exactly, in general.
During our long distance relationship.
Yeah.
So I thought it was, a best occasion to bring this cup.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, guys. So that makes sense. Right. So I guess eventually we'll talk about it. So we have souvenir cups, one from St. Lucia, and we have one from Barbados. And we did get to spend some of our time, and that helped us cope with the whole long distance relationship. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So yeah, let's get started. So let's give you guys a little bit backdrop about us in case you guys have never seen us before. You guys don't know who we are. So we are Life with the Akos, and my name is Joanna.
And my name is Ajay.
All right. So today...
You didn't say Joanna from the Spicy Island.
From the Spice Island?
Of the beautiful island of Grenada.
Yes, I am Joanna from the beautiful island of Grenada, residing in the US.
Yes. And I'm Ajay from Togo, a country in West Africa. My wife liked me to say West Africa so people can understand.
Yes, kind of because a lot of times we say, like when he says Togo, if I say that my husband is from Togo, a lot of the times people are like, Togo, where is Togo?
Or Tonga.
Oh, really?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. People relate more to those, maybe because they are close to the US.
Right. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
A place called Tonga too, and all that. So I just have to. I've heard that a lot of times.
Okay. All right, guys. So this is who we are. And so today we'll talk a little bit about long distance relationships. I really would have hoped that some people would have been in the comment to let us know.
So far? Do you have any to comment?
I'm looking here. I can see here as well. Yeah. So I was hoping that we'd have some people.
I'll just run it.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping that we'd have some people to see if anybody here is also in a long distance relationship, or if you have questions in particular about long distance relationships, let us know. But we're going to still go on. We're going to continue. We're going to talk a little bit more about long distance relationships and how to survive them during the holidays. All right. So you want
to actually how to survive that during the holiday? Because we have some holiday moment where we're not together.
Exactly.
Living. In
exactly. Yeah. So especially during the holidays. So a little bit about us. In terms of long distance. You guys can ask questions below, that's fine. But so we have been long distance for quite a while. Yeah.
Quite a lot. It was a truly long distance relationship.
Yeah. During courtship.
Give an average of 4 years?
No, not all that.
3?
Yeah, probably 3. More like 3.
Years,
like 3 years. So we during our courtship, like when we were dating, we were long distance for part of that time.
Most part of that.
Yeah, actually more part of that. Like honestly, at least about a year for sure. We were so we did about a year long distance. during our dating. And we did, so yeah, so after we met, and then
like what?
we were together for like 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
And then you had to leave.
Then I had to leave, right. So we met during my studies. We met here while I was studying. And so once I completed my studies, I had to leave. And so we had just started dating. So we dated for like about 6 months in the same geographic location. And after that, I had to leave. And so I left. And
that's how it started.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yes.
Yep.
So yes.
And I think it was a good moment. It was a good moment. In relationship, you have to learn about each other. But during long distance relationship, you have to learn more about how the other person can cope with you when you are not around.
Yes, that's so true. Yeah, so then we did like a year long distance after that. And then a little bit more than a year and some. And then shortly after that, we got married. After that year of being long distance. And then so we got married literally. Think about it. We got married.
We got married after a long distance relationship.
After a year, right?
After a year plus. That's it.
Right.
And after the marriage,
that's what I was gonna say.
We were still long distance relationship.
Yeah, we were still long distance. Yes. So like we got married, and after we got married, I had to return to work. I did not have the privilege of being able to. We were not able to do like a long honeymoon or anything like that.
We had like a week or
just a week. And mind you, we had a week of me working while on honeymoon.
Yes.
Because
that was one of the painful times.
Yeah, it was really, really hard though.
It was hard.
Because we got married.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna cut you off there. That's the reason why we had to talk about this, right? Long distance relationship. But what do you do during certain circumstances?
Right.
How do you cope with certain things?
Right, exactly.
Even though you don't have the time, you don't have that luxury opportunity, things will find, but they don't happen the way you want.
Yes, that's
so how do you cope with time like that, or things like that?
Exactly, that's so true. Yeah. Because for us, we got married in one country, in my country. So we got married in Grenada, the beautiful island of Grenada. And then
is Grenada in the house?
I don't see
Grenada is the house. Show up.
Yes, so we got married in Grenada, and then I was working on another island. I was working in another island.
Which island? Barbados.
Yes.
In the house.
So I was working in Barbados. So we got married in Grenada, and I had to return to work in Barbados, like literally. I didn't have much time off. So I had to return to Barbados. And so hubby flew to Barbados with me, and I went back to work. And I mean, we were staying in a nice place, pool, everything, nice stuff. But for that time, the couple of days he spent in Barbados, a week he spent in Barbados, I was going to work every day.
I spent most of the time by myself.
Yes, he spent most of the time by himself. We only did stuff when I got home from work, and then the weekend. I think we did have a weekend. Yeah, we did have we were off on the weekend, so we did have the weekend together. But that was like the most time we got to spend together, and so that was hard. Like most people would be like, "What?" But yeah, so that was our mini honeymoon, is what we like to call it.
But we had another honeymoon.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So that was like our mini honeymoon.
And that brings us to St. Lucia.
Yeah, so we had our mini honeymoon right after the wedding. And then what happened after our mini honeymoon?
Long distance again.
Yes.
For how long?
After that, for a couple months, not months, meaning like before we saw each other again.
Yeah, but we've been seeing each other, from time to time.
No, but I mean like after our honeymoon, it was a couple months before we saw each other in St. Lucia. Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, so after that week in Barbados, then what happened? You left.
I left.
Yeah.
I had to go home. I had to get back to my
because what did you have to exactly?
I started and working and everything. That happened.
Yes. Yeah. So let us know if you guys, anybody here who can relate to stories similar to this, who's been long distance, let us know in the comment section below. But yeah, so after that, you left and you had to return here to
come back to Chicago.
So to work and to school. And so And then I, of course, stayed in Barbados and continued working. So we were apart for another couple months. It wasn't too much. It was like 2 months before we got to do an actual real honeymoon. Yeah. So again, it's all about compromise. After the 2 months, then I flew to St. Lucia.
Me.
You got there?
No,
I got there first. I got there first. Yeah, because in St. Lucia, there are two different airports, and I was coming in on one airport because I was in the region, and you're international, so you came in on another airport. So I flew in first, and I have a friend there, a colleague of mine, somebody that I know, and he was the one who I reached out to help organize transportation and so on. And so he picked me up at the airport and his ride and so on, and then eventually I went. We were waiting on your flight to come in, so I spent some time in the city with him and his I think I met his brother or so, and we were waiting to collect him from the airport. So that's what happened. So then we eventually went to pick you up from the airport. So yeah, so the next time we saw each other after we got married and had our little honeymoon was like 2 months later, and we met in St. Lucia for our real honeymoon. And how was that?
It was good. We have it was good.
Yeah, it helped. It definitely helped. Yeah.
Spend some time together.
Yeah. How long
have to know I think about like 5 days.
5 days. About 5 days. Yeah.
It looked so short.
It was too short. It felt too short.
Yeah, to know the island.
Yeah.
Visit some.
But we did get to do some cool things. Yeah. We stayed at a really nice place. The place was really, really nice. Yeah. And then we got to do some fun stuff.
Yes. Yeah. We did some fun stuff. We went to the mall. How do you call that? Something mall?
Yeah, I don't remember the name right now.
Something healing that has a healing therapy stuff. You go to the mall if you have pain and stuff in your body. It can help you to cope with that.
Okay. When you're talking about the volcanic, the sulfur stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we went there. Yeah. We went there to I don't know why the name is just, but it's a souffle. I think it's from the.
I think it's called like, is it souffle?
Yeah, I think it's from the mud and soup from there. So we went there. We went to.
I think it's called like a hot bath. Oh no.
Yeah, it's the sulfur spring. I think it's a sulfur spring. Yeah, it's sulfur spring. Yeah, so we went there. We did a lot of cool things in St. Lucia. We had a good time. Yeah. And after that, again, we had to be separate. So after that 5 days or so in St. Lucia, I flew back to Barbados where I was working, and he flew back to the US. Yeah, and so then again, another set of long distance again after our hi, Dine with Sonia. Good evening. Sorry, I'm just getting to see that you're here. Thank you so much for coming, Dine with Sonia. Thank you so much. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so here we're talking about long distance relationship. We're giving our story about our experience with long distance relationship and how much and then again, of course, we're going to give some tips about how we survived it. So here we're at the point of talking about the fact that we were long distance for about a year while we were dating, right before we got married. And then after getting married, we were literally long distance again, like a couple days later, because of the fact that thank you, because of the fact that we had like a mini honeymoon. I was still working on my supposed honeymoon. So I was going to work and he was in the country where I was, spent a couple of days, and then he had to leave. I had to go back to work, or continue working rather. He had to go back to work in school. And then we were apart again after being married for 2 months. And then we reunited in St. Lucia for about 5 days. And then again, separate. And and so hubby came back to the US, and I went back to Barbados, and again we were apart for a couple months again, before we reunited in the US. Yeah, then I came to the US.
The last shot was you had to spend the last holiday with your family. I really wanted.
That was before. That was before, because let's go in order, because that was still then. After that, we spent. I came up after St. Lucia.
Yep.
We were apart.
Yep.
And then I came up.
Back to work.
I went back to work, and then we were apart from like August to December. And then I came up. Remember?
Was it the last?
No, it wasn't the last. I came up for holiday in December. And that's when we go, you guys, men, help them, help them.
You remember your last holiday was with your parents, right? In Bermuda.
Yeah, but that's recent. That's now. That's not. So where are you?
So we actually spent more than 2 years.
No, we spent 2 years apart. It was 2 years. Wow. Yes. So after, two holidays back to back, exactly. So after St. Lucia, we were apart for a couple months.
Yes.
And then I came up to the US.
Yeah, you spent the first holiday.
I came up here in the US, and that's when we went to the Kinder Market for the first time and all of that. Yeah. Let me see. I'm seeing a comment from Dine with Sonia. What is she saying? Oh wow, I can't imagine that, so much time apart. Yes.
That's what we had to do this.
It was so much time apart indeed.
So many
Sonia.
things to talk about.
It was so much time apart, so it was so hard because then that December I came to the US for vacation, and I did not have much time. Honestly, my job did not allow me to be able to come up for too long, and so what we did with the little time that we had, we basically took a trip to. That's when we did our road trip. That was our first road trip together, our first real road trip together. We went to New Orleans. So Louisiana. We went to Louisiana. So I came up for a short time, and we did it was a good road trip. As you guys probably know if you follow us, that he loves road trips. He is a big fan of road trips. So we got to do our first official road trip together.
Yes.
And we went a couple of states. From here, that was a busy. Yes. We were so tired.
Yes, I actually got sick after that.
Yes, you got sick. Yeah, he got sick. I remember. Oh yeah, I had to nurse you.
Oh.
I had to doctor him.
Yes. This is your doctor power.
Yes, I had to be his own personal doctor.
How many states did you actually like? Some people, once they travel through a state,
they call it that. So, if we were to, so from here, you know better the route. From here, we went.
Missouri, we went to.
Right, we spent time in Missouri. We spent almost 2 days in Missouri to see. We saw your brother.
My brother.
We went
to the Ark.
We went to the Ark. We went to the zoo. We went to the museum. So we spent some time in Missouri. Then where did we go?
And straight to.
Then we passed through. Yeah, we passed through Mississippi.
Tennessee, not Kentucky.
No, Tennessee or Kentucky?
Tennessee for sure.
Tennessee for sure. Yeah, and then something else, I don't know.
Yeah,
and then we got to Louisiana.
And we got to Louisiana, a great place to visit.
Yeah, so we spent our Christmas together in Louisiana. We were able to spend that time together in Louisiana, and then of course come back. We spent a couple of days in Louisiana.
We spent a couple of days in Louisiana. We went to the French Quarter.
We went to, all over.
Bourbon something street.
Yeah, we went to a lot of museums. We did a lot of museums.
But the part that I like the most is the food.
Yeah,
I think there is a specific street in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's a French Quarter area, isn't it?
In French Quarter, there is a street.
Like what all the
that called Beaujon or Beau something street. I don't remember. But we had some great restaurant there where you have chance to dance with one of those ladies.
Oh yeah, that lady in the street. Yeah. I forgot her name. She dances a lot in here. That was so much fun. So that was a good time. So we spent time in Louisiana for the holidays. We came back, and then we drove
back, and then I think next day we went back to which one was first? Was it like we went to Indiana.
Yes, to my cousin's house.
We went to Indiana, and the same night we drove straight to my cousin in Iowa.
So we did that. So that couple of days we drove. It was so tiring. We drove the short time I came to the US for. We drove from here, spent time in Missouri. Spent most of the time in Louisiana. Come right back and go to Indiana, and then went to
Indiana. I think we spent was it Christmas night?
Yeah, it was Christmas. It was Christmas. Yeah, we spent Christmas Day. in Indiana, because we came back Christmas Eve
and
then spent Christmas Day in Indiana, and then drove straight to Iowa, and we spent a couple of days in Iowa with his cousin. So yeah, guys, so that was like one of the things that we did. So based on just our story, thank you so much, Diamond Sonia. One of the things that we would have to say, just from this little story from the beginning, is a matter of compromise.
Yes.
Being able to meet each other in, halfway. You understand, like trying to make things, the best out of the situation. Because we both had to compromise. We both had to, do things in terms of being able to spend time with each other. We had to make sacrifices to be able to spend time with each other. So I would say that being able to compromise would be important if you want to. So that would be one of the tips, or the first tip we can probably highlight.
But I think the very first tip would be God.
Of course.
God first in everything. And that was our very first
of course.
Like things on which we base our relationship.
Yes.
Prayer time, spending time before God, spending time in the morning, talking to each other, checking the devotion, doing our devotion, praying in the morning and praying overnight, being able to hear each other before bedtime.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So truly, so that comes with the same of compromising and making time, because sometimes we were 2 hours apart, which is different time zone. And God first, of course, and that really helps to hold the relationship together.
Yes.
I would say that, because
that was everything.
That was everything. Because we looked forward to doing devotions together in the morning. It would mean sometimes I would have to wake up super early because I have to be at work at a certain time. And so I would have to wake up super early, especially when there's a time difference, that 2-hour time difference. There would be times when, for him, he would have to wake up even earlier because you might be behind.
Yes, and you still
and I'm
in front. The middle of the night to pray.
Yes, and so we would have to wake up these early morning times, to pray. Only right. So Diamond Sonia said, yes, God first. Only him can keep you guys together. Your bond with him strengthens the one with each other. Amen. Yes. So true. So true. Thank you so much for that. That is so true. And that is what really helped us. So we would wake up, make the sacrifice to be able to get that time together as a couple. Of course, we have our own devotions. We do our separate devotions, but that couple devotions was very important and very important in keeping us together.
Do you remember the name of the book that we used?
Okay, right. So that one, that one is one that we use when we were here together, though. It's over there. That's you can just read it. You can reach it. It's on the bookshelf. Right there. Go to the all the way. Hey. This way. Right. Come right. No. Come back.
Okay, take your time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so this here is a book that we used, and it's something
I don't know.
The light. Yeah. I think we have to get it in the right light. Guys, don't forgive my nails, right? I don't have much of that. My husband laughs at me.
If you don't have him, let's give it to me. The name of the book is A Little God Time for Couples.
Yes, this is actually a great book. Like, we used it. You can use it if you're apart. You can use it if you're together. It doesn't matter. But this is a great book. It's 365 daily devotions. A Little God Time for Couples. We actually gifted this book to a friend of ours who recently got married. It's a great book, A Little God Time for Couples. The good thing about it is every day there is it's like, it's a daily devotion. So of course every day there is something. So for January 1st, it has scripture. It speaks to, they expound a bit on the scripture or the message, and then there's a prayer at the bottom of it that you pray together. So this was really helpful. It was really, really good. And so many times, like, the issues, the things would be so on point. It allowed us to talk about certain things. It's really good. We really enjoyed using this as an addition to our general devotions, reading the word. And so this was another great resource we were able to use together. And it definitely helped us. So this is a book that you should definitely get. a little God time for couples. I know it is on Amazon because there is also a little God time for children. I bought one of that for my little brother. So there are different ones, a little God time for this, a little God time for that. So definitely it's worth checking out. So this is a great book again for you to use. Okay. Anything else? Anybody saying anything? Okay, good. Yeah. So where were we? Yeah. So we were. Yeah. So God first.
God first.
So tip number one: God first.
God first.
Spending time together as a couple, devotions. God first. That is the glue that holds us together. And of course, as we said, compromising. Like sometimes you want to sleep, but you want to get in that devotion time together. You want to sleep, but you guys need to communicate. Communication would be another tip that we would say helps us.
And that one was always have to sacrifice a lot.
Guys,
so my baby can hear me.
Guys, the communication.
Oh my God.
That's another important one. So God first, being able to compromise, as we said, all the story we gave you guys with the traveling and doing this, that just shows that we had to be able to compromise and make sacrifices for each other to be able to see each other. In trips. Sometimes you may not be able to travel, and so, but you can, if you can travel, then make that time. It may mean that you have to meet each other on the half, right? Choose a location, because that's kind of what we did.
Yes,
we had to find a place that was economically feasible for us, that would give us the opportunity to travel, to be there without spending too much time to get there. So it had to be something that was economically feasible, something that didn't take much time. So we had to compromise on all of those things. So the other one was communication.
Communication.
You want to talk about that?
Communication. I think that's the base of everything. If you can communicate, if you cannot let the other person know what you think, that's a problem. Communication in every way. Not just like say, hey, this is what I'm doing, or allow the other person to express themselves. Have to take time to learn the other person and know what they are thinking and what the emotions are. If you don't know the emotion of your partner, then you're gonna be having a problem. And one of the things I had to learn with my baby is that everybody have different emotion language or
love
language. So I have to learn her love language and being able to understand what she's feeling and what she's trying to tell me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, communication is true. I agree. And I also had to learn your love language. We had to understand each other, communicate. And the only way you would know what the person needs is to communicate what your needs are. So many times we believe that people are psychic. Like we behave sometimes like the partner. I used to do that. It
wasn't easy though. No. Coming from different backgrounds.
Exactly.
You're coming from the Caribbean. I'm the African one.
Yes. That's the guy. Honestly,
it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, especially being apart and having to. That it was a struggle. Like I think we butt heads more in the beginning of our relationship. That's good. It was really in the beginning because the cultural differences, the way we communicate. So it's one thing to communicate, but then the way we communicate was different. Certain things I would say, the way I would express myself, sometimes he may find it to be offensive, and I'm like, what?
Yes. And some of them are still offensive.
He would find them too. But then he had to learn that where I come from, that's how we speak certain things, and it doesn't mean anything. He had to hear, he would hear my mom say certain things, or my dad, and he realized that that's how we speak. It's not meant to be
as the US would put it, a melting culture, a melting pot. You learn a little bit from the other person learned from you, and you guys trying to put things together to work for the best.
Yes. We have a statement here from Dine with Sonia. She says, yes, communication is key. Yes, it is so important. And she also said, oh, wow, may I ask what your cultures are?
Yes.
So I am from the Caribbean. So I am from the island of Grenada. So it's because I always say the beautiful island. So anytime I don't say it, he corrects me. I am from the beautiful island of Grenada. And so honestly, there is a lot of similarities, okay, with because we do have that heavy influence of West Africa in the Caribbean, through slavery and so on. But of course, we also have other influences in the Caribbean. So there are certain things or certain way we would express ourselves that may, as I said, may come off offensive to him. And honestly, it's just the way, it's just things.
Yes.
It's nothing actually offensive. Honestly.
Some of them are offensive. If you say, I'll tell you right away. If you say some of those things before my people, they'll be like, what?
Yeah, I understand that.
That's your wife?
Yeah. And so say where you're from then, because she wants to know.
Were you raised right? But I will understand because I come from there, because I have two different perspectives. I tend to understand things better and being able to kind of, weigh things the right way.
Yeah. So what's your culture?
I am from Togo.
Yes. West Africa.
The beautiful.
He's from Togo, West Africa.
I'm from Togo, a country in West Africa, and we have beaches too.
Yes, you guys have beaches. I always say we have beaches.
Yeah, we have beaches too. Beautiful one too. And what else? I speak French. Yeah. I spoke French my entire life. English is just a little like this, like 1% what I can speak. I speak my dialect. We have 43 dialects in my country.
Or languages.
We have 43 languages in my country. I speak one. I can understand another one, and other two are things that I can only understand. Like I can understand and speak my father language. I can understand my mother one and try to speak, and she laugh at me while I'm trying. And I can understand maybe two others because of the way they were kind of mixed with my own. But the other 39 or 38, I don't understand anything at all. So I'm from Togo, speak a way, Mina, again, you call it, some of those languages, and we have different culture, different way of doing things, different hierarchy, the way we respect. What we call respect in my country may not be what people call here as respect. So I think that's the base of
the whole,
respect. So that's that.
Okay, guys. Thank you guys for coming. We have some new people in the house, and we just want to shout you guys out. Thank you, IJ. I hope I pronounced your name right. IJ Tube.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my sister there. I know you're here. Okay, Diamond Sonia, you have been here with us. We really appreciate you being and sticking with us. Curve Phenomenal Motivation. Hi, thank you for coming. I know these names. We have, we've met in different houses before. So IJ I would say IJ. Diamond Sonia, Curve Phenomenal Motivation. Guys, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you guys being here. Yes, he's from Togo, and it is nice to meet you too, Diamond Sonia. We really, really appreciate you. We appreciate all of you being here with us for our first live. Guys, this is our first live. We're trying. We're trying. This is okay, no problem, Diamond Sonia. I know you gotta go.
Where is she from?
Diamond Sonia, where are you from again? Remind me. Also, yes, we will do a video of how we met. I saw you said that you need to watch a video of how we've never done a how we met video. So we will do that. Probably when we get to like 1,000 subscribers or something like that, we'll do a video.
That's another hot topic.
Yes. But thank you so much, Diamond Sonia, for coming and sticking around. Thank you. Yes, this is our first live. Oh, you're from Namibia. Okay. I've heard of country. Oh, I know who's Diamond Sonia now. Your name says that you go to places, and like I've liked some of your videos where you've gone to restaurants and eat and so on. I know who Diamond Sonia is now. Yes. I remember one particular one that you went to this restaurant to eat and so thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate your presence here. And so we will see you on our next live. We're planning to do these once a week at least. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Have a good night or day at work. Yes, that's you. Yes, that's you. Okay. Yeah, so have a good night or day at work. Okay. God bless you. All right. Yeah, so as we were saying, so some of the tips that we mentioned already in terms of surviving long distance. Bye, see you soon. We appreciate you. Yes. So some of the tips that we have said so far,
God first, and then second,
communication and
those
compromise.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so those are some of the tips that help us to survive our long distance relationship. Yeah, so we were at communication, right?
Yes, communication. Yeah. And we are communication, to be specific, we were at the point where culture played a role.
Yes.
And little things. Generally, culture is a setback for people in relationship. But we look at this in a positive way. That why not? Two, learning from each other and bring more things to our relationship instead of seeing this as a setback. We see it as something that we can push us back further, to be better, learning from other culture and extract or take the positive parts of those culture and put it together.
Yeah, exactly. So cultures don't have to clash. You know, exactly that thing. Initially, as we said, we butt heads a lot in the beginning because of the culture difference. But we had to communicate through that, and that's where communication comes so important. I see we have Life with Queen P. Hi, Life with Queen P. Amazing. One of our good supporters. She's always commenting on our videos. Honestly, anytime I see your name, I'm always excited. All of you guys are so amazing. You guys are so supportive. We really appreciate you. Life with Queen P. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you. Guys, don't forget to thumbs up, share out the live if you have the ability to do that. Yes, Life with Queen P. Yes. Hey, sister. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so we're discussing surviving long distance relationships, and we're kind of giving our story in terms of the fact that we were long distance more of our relationship than we've been together in the same geographical location. Honestly, we've only lived together for 1 year.
No,
a little bit more than a year.
Before the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, right. So yes, it's about a year. So
February 2019 to now, that's about
2019, 2020. Last year was 2020.
Yes, a year before that.
Ajay,
the pandemic happened in 2019.
Ajay.
Okay.
YouTube, do you hear my husband? Let's remind him when the pandemic happened.
Which year? It was February, right?
Baby, pandemic happened in 2020.
2020. So we've been outdoors for so long.
Pandemic had me confused.
The pandemic had me confused. Yes, I think it was somewhere around February 2020.
No, I came so 20 so it's about February 2020. So
January, right?
Yeah, January, end of January. So we've actually only been living in the same space for about a year and some. So next year will make it like 2 years. So we've been apart more than we've been together in the same geographical space. So if you guys go back and in the live, you guys will kind of get the gist of how it has been for us. But so we did our first 2 years of marriage, we were apart. I was working in the Caribbean, and he was living here in the US. So we had to do a lot of traveling, compromising, trying to pool finances together, making choices of seeing each other in places where it's both economically feasible and time, because I was not getting much time off from my job. I barely had any time off. I was not privy to those kind of things. So I would have to make a quick adjustment. So it was a lot of sacrifices. So communication, we were going back with that. So we had to learn to communicate with each other. We definitely had to learn to embrace the cultures rather than cause them to clash. Like I had to learn things from his culture, understand what was appropriate and what was not. And he had to learn what was appropriate on my side, because there's sometimes he would say things that to him it sounds normal, but to me it does not, and it's offensive to me. So we both had things that were offensive to each other based on our cultural upbringing. So communication, we had to communicate, and that was what helped us get through it.
Yes.
And especially when you're not in the same place, on the phone things
harder.
sound a certain way. I can't see your face sometimes when you say it.
It's even harder.
Yeah, when you're not in the same place to communicate and and so on. So communication is important. Let us know, have any of you been in a long distance relationship before? Let us know. Anybody down below been in long distance relationship? You guys have any questions, any particular questions about long distance relationship? Any tips? Any tips that you guys have? Have you ever been in a long distance relationship? What helped you through it? Let us know in the comments below, or in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you've ever been in a long distance relationship, and what are your thoughts on long distance relationships. I know some people are like, never, I'm never going to be in a long distance relationship. Let us know if you're like that, if you don't like it, it's not your cup of tea. Let us know in the chat below.
What would you do, or what would be your thought if you knew that it would be like that, a long distance relationship for the first few years?
Honestly, I'm like, long distance relationship is not something that frightens me. Okay. I'm not someone who's anti long distance relationships. In all honesty, I think my past relationship been long distance at some point. So it's not something that's completely foreign to me. So for me, I think I'm open to it. It's all about communication. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's all about who it is. If it's something that you see value in, you would make it work. You would work with it. You would put the effort, because relationships in general are not easy, whether it's long distance or in the same place. So it just all depends on you. How about you?
I would say the same thing. About relationship, whether it's long distance or you guys live in the same area, the same things have to come into play. Is whether you want to be with that person and you want to sacrifice everything to be in that relationship, then you do everything for the relationship. So, and the other key things that was important in our relationship was patience. You have to be patient. If you are not, then everybody would be, hey, a lot of things will become fire, and we would start fighting, even though we were,
you actually have to have patience.
Yeah, you have to have patience. If you don't have patience, then sometimes, just like she said earlier, you say certain things on the phone, or you type something on the phone, and they're like, what do you mean? And then you call back, and the person is probably busy, and then you think that she's playing you out, or he's playing you out, and then
or you're like just ignoring the person's call. Listen, guys,
patience was key for us. Patience, and I have to learn more about patience too throughout our long distance relationship.
Yeah, that's so true.
So that was very important to us to learn more about ourselves individually by being in long distance relationship. I would say that long distance relationship was something that was actually meant to be for our relationship. So we can learn more about each other, learn more about ourselves, more importantly. Because if you don't know about yourself, you want to learn about the other person, then you always have conflict. You don't know who you are, then you want to know other people. So we had to learn more about ourselves, how much of ourselves we can deal with to be able to deal with the other person. So we learn about those things through our relationship.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, that's actually important. Patience. Yes.
Patience
we definitely had to have a lot of patience.
Patience is key.
Yeah. Because I know, and then all of that comes together with, being good communicators, understanding each other. Because I remember times when, listen, guys, we had this time, right, when it would be, so we had our routine, and a routine also kind of helps.
Yes.
So, like, usually when I'm finished with work, I would call him to let him know I'm leaving work and I'm on my way home, kind of thing. And so there was those times when I would do that nicely, religiously, and so on. And if I don't do it, he would be upset with me. Yes. If I didn't call, or that he was calling me, because I do have a problem. I don't have a problem. Well,
you do have a problem. Continue.
I do have a problem with my phone. Okay.
Is that the phone has a problem? Or don't put it on the phone.
Okay, guys, it's something that has happened. Okay, so over the years, and I'm talking about years ago, I hate hearing phones ring. Okay. Because I find it to be kind of disturbing. So I hate hearing. So my phone is never on ring. My phone is never on ring. And again, too, sometimes because of being in school and university and the type of environments I'm usually in, having your phone ring is like a no-no. So because of having to switch on and off, I don't have time to be putting my phone on silent, on, silent, on. So my phone is just always on silent. And because of that, most times I'm very hard to reach. And he complains about it, and I'm trying. My phone is now on ring. I'm doing better. My dad complains about it. Everybody complains about it.
Don't make it about me. It's everybody. And sometimes when I tell people that Joanna has that problem, they don't understand. They always think, you can hear she's saying it now. People think that I'm trying to cover you up by saying, "Oh, Joanna never pick her phone. Joanna, no, she does it with me." Most of the time.
Yes, I'm working on it though. Yeah, so because I don't like to hear phone ring, and I'm usually in environments where my phone should not be ringing, and so with that, I always have my phone on silent, and so that brought a lot of issues with us again with communication, because he would be trying to reach me, and probably I rushed out of work and I didn't call him before I left, and sometimes I'm taking time to get home. And he's calling me, but he's not getting any response. And so that used to cause a lot of problems. And then there came a point when he was the one on the other. Do you remember that time when things switched? When I was the one trying to get you because you were very hectic with your studies.
Yes.
And I would be the one calling you and be like, when it was me that you couldn't get, you would be calling. No, I'm calling you. I'm not getting you.
At time when you know that the person is busy for a specific reason, you already have notification that this is what
not always though.
This is what you expect. You can't be complaining.
But not all the time I have notifications.
Most of the time you know in advance how my day will be.
Or sometimes your pattern change. Because sometimes I know how your day would be, and then you just switch your pattern on me. Okay. And then I'm like, you are the one quarreling, blah, blah, blah. So communication.
Yeah, at the end of the day, communication is key. Yeah, you just have to find ways to deal with your partner, to learn more about each other, to compromise most of the time.
Right.
It's not always about being right, it's being able to make the relationship work.
Right. Find common ground.
Find common ground. Sometimes you may be right, then you let it go. You can't be always right.
Yeah, that's true. I had to learn that.
You can be always right.
I had to learn. I think as ladies.
Sometimes I say, okay, you are right. Doesn't mean necessarily that you are right, but because I know I have other things at stake. Our relationship is work more.
Right, and who's right in the moment.
Being right at the moment about the specific point.
That's true. Yeah, so now let's talk, what about the holidays in particular? Like what would help someone who's in a long distance relationship during the holidays especially? Travel is one, if you can.
What do you mean by that? Being able to see each other?
Yeah, like how would you cope?
Okay, all right.
Or how did you cope?
What did we do?
Yeah, how did you cope when I was not around during the holidays?
I think we say most of the things we did, or I did personally during that time, which is being able to communicate with the other person, check on them as much as possible. Some people don't like to be check on or check in or whatever that might mean. Some people don't like that much. But that's what worked for us, being able to allow the other person to feel comfortable that, even if they don't hear about you, they know already what's happening and all that. And during holiday, if we have that opportunity to meet, we plan trying to meet halfway somewhere that would be economically reasonable for us, so we can spend a lot of time together. But if that is not possible, many times, send a little gift, a little note card. My wife likes note card a lot. I don't. That's not my love communication. A little card will make her happy for a month or even a year. So she like cards. She like flowers. I send her from time to time, flower to, let her know that, she's my loved one. She's my little baby.
Okay, guys. So so let me just jump on what he said. That about sending gifts if possible. So during the holidays, we said travel if you can, send gifts if it's possible as well. And he did that. And it's not just about the holidays, but any special time like our anniversary. We did not spend our anniversary together. On birthdays or even random, because he did that. I remember the first time he surprised me. I was so confused. I was so confused. I was at work and I got a message. The one of the receptionists sent a. I don't remember how it happened. I was so confused because I was there. Yeah, yeah. He's done a lot of those surprises while I was in Barbados, and I remember the receptionist said that they had something for me or something like that, and there was a delivery for me, and I was like so confused. Like that's a regular day, and I'm like delivery. I'm not expecting anything. I'm so confused, and then I went to the receptionist, and then there was this lady there with this big arrangement of like chocolates and fresh flowers and all of that. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what? I'm like, what is this? And she's like, oh, delivered from. I'm like, well, it could only be my husband sending me stuff, but like, why? And hi, Life with the Glovers. Hi, oh my gosh, we're so happy to have you guys come in. Happy holidays to you guys as well. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, guys, we're so happy to have you. We're super elated to have you guys in the house. This is our first live, so yes. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment or so. Yeah. So and yeah, so as I was saying, so during the holidays or just in general, once you're long distance, sending these special gifts or surprises is really, really good. So when I went to the receptionist, so like this lady was there with this big arrangement of fresh flowers and chocolates, and he knows my favorite chocolates and all of that. And I was like, what? So I was so like literally I was confused. I did not understand where I'm getting all of this. And so I immediately called him, and I didn't think I got you immediately, did I?
I don't remember.
But
that specific one.
Right. But I called, and then I was like, did you send me something? And then you said yes. And I was like, oh my gosh. And like everybody else, all my other colleagues were there, and they're like, oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. And it felt really good. So honestly, surprising your loved one during the holidays or throughout the year in general for long distance relationships, it helps, just sending them. And I mean, he's done a lot. So while I was in Barbados, he would always be sending me stuff from time to time, and it really worked as surprises. I mean, our first anniversary, we were not together, but he still made something amazing happen through someone else. He planned this whole thing. I did not even know he planned this whole thing with my landlady, because my landlady.
Wow, guys, can you imagine first anniversary? We didn't spend the time together.
Yeah, we did not spend our first anniversary together. But he did make it special. Like, he planned this whole thing. Again, I got special delivery. He had my landlady and her family take me out to special places. I got special massage, car voucher and all of those things. So he did make it as good as he could. I mean, the only thing that would have put the icing on the cake would have been him flying into Barbados. That would have been ideal.
It was impossible. I think
you wanted to. I wanted to,
but I had a lot of things going on during that time.
Yeah.
Probably have exam too.
Yeah, because you're at university, so it's hard for you to be able to do that in the middle of the semester.
Yes.
But he did his best. So doing your best, like it doesn't have to be grand. As he said, I love written words.
Yes.
So send me a card with your heart poured out on the paper, and I'm good. Like these things are what make me happy.
Yes.
Like write something that's really heartfelt. It's better sometimes than getting any fancy gift and all of that. I really do love words and so on. I love words of affirmation. I love those kind of things. And so
just like we say at the beginning, I think at the beginning was like kind of I didn't understand you.
Right.
In terms of your love language.
Yes.
I probably was sending too much gift to you.
Yes.
But she was like, no, Carl, this and that, no, writing with your hand, be romantic and all this. And I'm like, that was not my love language, but that was not part of things I learned of how to spoil a girl. So I was doing not the wrong things, but not the right things you would have liked at the moment. Yeah. So
exactly.
I put my hand on the paper and wrote the beautiful poem and stuff like that.
Yes, and that's
to make her happy.
Yeah, that's what
That's why you have to love your wife or your partner love language.
Yeah, you got to learn the love language. It helps. It helps even during the holidays.
Yes.
To speak that love language for that person. If it's service, if it's words of affirmation, if it's physical, if it is gifts and those kind of things, you just got to learn the love language. And yeah, wow. So he's just gonna step out to charge our device. Yeah, so definitely it's important to understand the love language that person speaks. Okay, guys, any questions in the comment section below? Any questions? Anything you want to add? Any advice for couples or people in relationship who might be long distance during these holidays? As we've said, you want to travel if you can, meet the person, do special things, surprise them if you possibly can, send gifts. You want to communicate as much as possible. Use, we have the internet, so you want to use your FaceTime, your WhatsApp. Try to make these things special, or even a video, like a video. If you're not able to, do something with that's, or in addition to what you're doing, you can do like a really lovely video of just memories of the two of you. That person likes that. Again, think about the person's love language and speak the person's love language. Think about their love language and speak that person's love language through the holidays for them. If it is a case whereby probably the person would like something to be done for them, get it done. These are the things that you want to do during the holidays, especially. So yeah, these are the things that you want to do during the holidays, especially for them. Another thing I would say, and this is something that I'm probably going to do a video on later on, would be gift suggestions. Gift suggestions for persons who are long distance. There are a lot of personalized, customizable gift ideas that help. I found quite a lot of them on Amazon and some of these other websites. I remember that we actually did one of those where we had like this metal bracelet thing, personalized one. But we still have it. I still have mine. I know hubby still has his, where it's like it says like king and queen and so on. So many of these personalized gift items are great during the holidays that you can get. There's so many different things. There are pillows. You can do a throw pillow, for example. That's a good gift idea during the holiday. You can do throw pillows with probably a great picture. It came off. It takes so much time. Right up in the Hey guys, sorry about that. My phone died. Sorry guys. Are you guys still around? Are you guys still here? Let us know in the comment below if everything is still.
Anyone still around?
Hi Linda. Hi Linda. Are you still here?
Is it showing upside down? Is it how the live actually shows?
Hi Linda. It probably.
Five people are still on. It's going.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Let us know if you're still here. Say something in the comments. Our phone died. It's our first time. So we're trying to figure
out all these technical part of the device. So let's see if we can do all that. So anyone in the comments? Anyone in the comments? Anyone have lived a long distance relationship before? Let us know in the comments. Anyone in the comments? Hi Linda, welcome. Wafi, step up a little bit. She's gonna be back in a few minutes. Let us know in the comments if you have been in any long distance relationship before. Anyone still here? As we said before, this is our first time doing our live. So there will be a little discrepancy in how we are handling things here. So don't take it too seriously. Yes.
Anybody's not? Let's go. Okay, guys. We're back. Okay. All right. So where were we? What were we talking about before we got cut off?
We talk about so far overall about how God play in our relationship, and then we move on to communication. And through communication, we talk about patience. How patience was great things in how we handle our relationship, living far from each other. And that's it.
Okay, communication, patience, yeah. And during the holidays, we were talking about specific examples.
We talk about example during holiday. Right. What were the things I did? What were the things we did together?
Right.
As a family, to cope with the relationship. Right.
Yes. The traveling, the special gifts. Yeah, and I was actually giving you guys ideas of some of the gifts that you can give that person during the holidays. As I said, for long distance relationships, customizable, personalized gift ideas are awesome. We had we don't have it here, but we had these. About the bracelet. Yeah, these really nice bracelets. I said king and queen. You can do throw pillows, get a picture.
doesn't have to be the same.
Yeah.
That was
what we use. Throw pillows with the person's probably a picture of you guys. Make a pillow like that. There's so many others. There's this one that I saw on Amazon. It's like a light switch, almost like a candle thing that somehow once the person is supposedly thinking of you, like the person is thinking of you, they touch, yes, and like they touch the candle thing or the light, and it lights, and the other person actually would see the light start to glow, and they would know that the person is thinking about them.
Yeah, there are so many ways.
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool gift. And then you can put certain music on it and so on. So that's a cool gift. So I would say those are some of the things that you can do. Of course, spend more time on the phone or communicating during the holidays to help
come back together.
Yeah, to help you cope with not being where the person is. What else?
I will say family.
Yeah, having your family.
Family was a great have a support from the family. I actually spent time talking with Joanna's family.
Yeah.
I have time. I think you were talking to my family, to my sister and brother. Spend time together. Learn to learn. Have that confidence from the family that they have your back to support you, because they know that you are not around.
Right, exactly.
So having the support of your family to help a lot.
Yes, agreed. Talking to that person's family, it also makes you feel closer. Yeah, like getting like you calling my dad, you talking to my mom.
Your dad, your mother, speak with them, even though we're not at the same place.
Yeah, it does help. It helps. A lot. Yeah, same here. Speaking to your dad, speaking to your siblings, and so on. It really, really helps.
Yes.
You still feel that connection going on during the holidays.
I think like the normal relationship that you have to spend time with your family and your partner family, your in-laws family, is always a great way to be in family, because once you guys are married, you become one family.
Right, exactly.
And communication have to be extended to the family. Feel comfortable at home.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So those, so I would say those are some good ideas for during the holiday time. Definitely, it would require you to put more effort out during the holidays because it gets lonely. You feel like
if your partner is not around, why not spend time with your
own family? If you
your
can.
in-law, your own family.
Exactly.
But I think more time you spend with your in-law, you feel more.
But that is if your in-law is in the same. Well, spend more time with your in-law on the phone. But like in cases, if for example you're in the same country, right? What if you're in the same country with your in-laws? That's what I would do. I would spend more time with my in-laws because then you feel that kind of connection with the person, even though the person is not there. Then you spend more time with your in-laws, and you get that type of vibes. So I would say spend time with your in-laws and your family. Having that support system is important. Hi, Rebecca Hopkins and Linda. Hi, Linda. I'm not sure if you're still on, Linda. Thank you for the thumbs up. Probably you didn't read her out.
I think we read these out.
Oh, you did? No, I think no. That came after, I believe. Anyway, so Rebecca, thank you for coming. Linda, hi, Linda. I'm not sure if you're still here, but thank you so much, and thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate you so much. So I think that's another good idea. Spend time with your in-laws. If they're not in the same country with you, then call them and talk to them and
spend time with them. One way or the other. It doesn't have to be the same place.
Right. Yeah, but if they are, then that's even better. So so I would say those are some of the things. Anything else? Something came to my mind, but I forgot. About ways in which you can, make the holidays a little bit extra special. During that, even when we say coping, also in a sense, like if you're not able to spend time, because like remember you'll be seeing other people with their significant other going to this, going to that. What if you're in a country where you don't have any family and that kind of thing? Then I would say volunteer. That's another thing that you can do to get. But actually, that would work for me. I love volunteering. I love doing community outreach and those things. So something that can help you while your partner.
Like to keep you busy.
That would be something because we're talking about surviving. Hi, Rose's Corner. Happy holidays to you, Sister Roseanne. Yes. So I would say spending time doing volunteer work to help you be distracted. If you're like when I was in Barbados, for instance, from sitting there, okay, and just moping, oh, I wish I can be in the same place with him. Like if you can't, oh, thank you so much for passing through. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. Thanks. Yeah. So I would say instead of just like moping, you know, because that's another way to survive your long distance relationship. Like instead of sitting there and just being all sad that you're not in the same place with the person, then you can keep yourself busy. Like, and I'm giving that example for me. Like when I was in Barbados, I didn't have like family there, but I kept myself busy by volunteering in church or doing other, you know, other activities. Yeah,
you actually joined the
charity,
the choir.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So you can keep yourself busy during the holidays. Find a charity, or you do something, spend some time volunteering, do something else to help you to cope with not being with that person or that your husband or your significant other. So I would say keep busy. That's a good way to help you during the holidays as well. Yeah. So I think we've been on for quite a little time. We had some technical difficulties earlier, so I know the
anyone in the comment, anyone who had a long distance relationship before.
Yeah. Anybody in the comments who've been in a long distance relationship or have any tips or ideas that can help someone to survive or cope with long distance relationships, let us know in the comment section below. Let us know if you're good with having a long distance relationship or if that's not your cup of tea. Or if you've been in one before, and let us know like what are some of the things you did during the holidays to help to cope with being long distance during the holidays. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you to everyone who's come by thus far. We really appreciate you guys. This is our first live. Yep. This is our first live, and we're surviving. We're surviving our first live, and we're surviving our first
Hi,
live.
Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. Great. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your presence. We really, really appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to thumbs up if you have not done so, and share if you guys can. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Much appreciated. Vicky, great. Yeah. And I'll definitely come check you out. I don't think I've ever seen you before, or maybe I have, but I'll definitely check you out, Vicky. Great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, so I think that's basically all the things that we would have to say for long distance relationships in terms of if you have to give a run through again for those of you probably just came in. Most of the things that we spoke about
would be God first in everything, and live the whole relationship, whether it's a long distance relationship or you guys are together in the same place physically together, because we were apart physically, but we always connect. We always on the same page, trying to understand each other, and all that is through God, believing in relationship itself.
Yeah,
we did that, and God first. And second, communication. And through communication, you have to learn a lot of things. One of the things that actually we use in communication is patience. Understand the other partner, the other person's love language, and how you actually cope with communication.
Yeah.
Coming from different background, it was a little bit difficult for us, but we understand sooner that it was a great weapon.
Yeah.
To be able to come from a different background and bring more things to the table.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can sustain our relationship.
Yeah, cultural differences is a blessing.
It's a blessing, not a curse.
Yeah, it just depends on how you perceive it and what you do with the cultural differences.
And and patience was key.
Yeah, patience was key. Because like the time of wanting to see each other, you have to, be patient. You have to continue to communicate. You have to continue to, sometimes you have to compromise. And we have to compromise on sleep some of the times.
On everything.
On everything. And as you said, with long distance relationships, a lot of times you have to compromise on sleep and time when there's a time difference. And as part of it, you have to think about that. You may want to sleep, but then, that's the best time to call. You have to do devotions. So it does take a lot more effort, but it is worth it.
It is worth it.
It is worth it, yes.
And also, we make sure that we break it up a little bit so it's not too long.
Yeah.
You know, it
like
doesn't
two
take,
straight
it
years.
doesn't take 2 straight year or like 4 straight year without seeing the other person. At one point become a little bit boring. So we're trying to meet up halfway, you know, from time to time to, you know, check on each other to see how much weight she has gained or how much weight she has lost. So from time to time, we make sure that we see each other.
Yeah.
So we can spend some time, even if it's 2 days, 3 days or a week.
Yeah.
So we see each other.
So traveling was important for us.
Traveling was important.
Yes. And of course, we ensure that it was economically feasible and something that didn't require. Time was a factor for us as well. So we had to do that, and with that in mind. So yeah. So these are some of the things that that we think can help you to survive a long distance relationship. Being spontaneous, surprising the person with gifts, whatever is that gift. It could be actual gift items. It could be a letter. It could be something special video with the both of you. So many different things. It gives you the opportunity to be creative. It gives you the opportunity to think outside the box. During long distance relationships. I mean, if you can and you have the money, surprise the person, fly in. Yeah, all those things are possibilities. So yeah, so I think we've come to the end. I would say, of our first live.
And one thing I want to add, for us, those are the things that work for us. For some other people, they might have other ways, because every relationship is different. So we're not saying that this is the best way of surviving long distance relationship.
This is how we did it.
This is what we did. We learned first each other love language and how we think it will work for us. And that's what we implemented to make sure that it worked for us.
Yes, guys. So we've come to the end of the live. As I said, if you're looking at this one, we had some technical difficulties. Actually, the phone just died, and so we had to set up again, put it to charge. So we do have, I guess, as much. This will probably be in 2 parts. I'm not sure how this works.
I don't know either.
But yeah. So that's the end of the live. We thank you guys for coming. All of you who came, we really appreciate you guys. And those of you who would look at this after. Don't forget to comment below. Let us know also if you have any tips. Leave it in the comment below. If you have ideas, if you've been long distance, just let us know in the comment below. And if they have ideas as well of other topics that we can cover, we would definitely appreciate you to tell us in the comments. On Instagram, you guys can follow us at Life with the Echoes. You guys can send us an email at lifewiththeechoes@gmail.com. So these are the options in terms of getting in touch with us. And somebody asked us to do a video on how we met, which we will do.
That should be a great one.
Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, though. That will be a video for 1,000 subscribers. That would be a fun video to do. So until next time, Hubby, anything you have to say? Last words?
No.
That's it.
Comment, share with your friend. Don't keep it for yourself.
This is the season of sharing and giving. So share our channel with somebody.
Share with someone. This might help someone who actually are coping with long distance relationship now.
Exactly.
And so they don't give up on what they are doing. If you think love is there, if you think it's time for you to help those people, share with them. Maybe they will learn something out of this that will help them in their relationship. So until next time, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
God
bless. And this is Life with the Echoes signing out.